So, I looked into Fnaf Security Breach's new DLC, Ruins. And when I saw this come out, I was pretty annoyed. My first impression was, oh god, this is gonna be taking over YouTube for a whole month. And I wasn't gonna look into it. Until one of my friends told me that it was good. Better than Security Breach. That monstrosity. So I decided to check it out, and let me tell you, I was pretty impressed. By the way, before we dig deep into the nitty gritty, I just want to let you know, this is all my opinion. If I get something wrong, I apologize. Hope you enjoy. So we start off as Cassie. Who's Cassie? We don't really know who Cassie is in the DLC, but Cassie is supposed to be Gregory's friend. Good to know. So this takes place after the Princess Quest ending. At least that's what people are theorizing. Gregory is trapped down in the sinkhole and, well, we need to save him. After a run-in with Chica, and she looks pretty messed up, we then get encountered by Monty, also looking very messed up. I really like how the animatronics look like actual ruined animatronics that, well, you would see online, like the old Chuck E. Cheese ones. We then have an encounter with a robot that gives us a mask. And this mask looks like Vanny's. That's pretty neat. Then after we put it on, we get to see basically a whole new world. An AR world. Let me tell you, I really like this feature. There's so much cool and fun stuff to explore. And also with the mask, you can see and hear new stuff. Like if you go to the little cleaning sign robots, you can hear children screaming and crying. And when you're near Chica, you can hear her talking, even though her voice box is destroyed. That's really cool. When you're using the mask, you can also see this virus thing, which I'm pretty sure is supposed to be glitch trap. I never really liked the whole glitch trap thing idea, so this wasn't really too impressing to me, but hey, it makes the game a little bit harder. It's really cool how Monty's legs are destroyed, so now he has to crawl around, and it looks genuinely kind of creepy sometimes. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention. Cassie grabs this Faz wrench, and she says,
It's just like my dad's.
which later in the game, if you inspect the items you've got, you can learn that Cassie's dad used to be a technician for the Fnaf Pizzaplex. Which I also think is really cool. The environment of the Pizzaplex is really awesome to explore, especially when it's abandoned. I honestly really like abandoned stuff, and I always love exploring those types of things. So seeing like a abandoned pizzeria place with like mechanical stuff and animatronics are extremely cool in my mind. It's also really neat to see rooms that you explored in Security Breach all messed up and ruined now. Now we get on to Roxanne Wolf. She was my favorite in Security Breach, and she still is. And she's not my favorite because of the weird reasons, you fucking weirdos. Roxy's eyes are, of course, still missing, and she obviously looks a little bit more beat up than last time, but she still looks really cool. Like I said before, looking like the old Chuck E. Cheese ones, like in real life. Also, something cool to know is that Roxy is Cassie's favorite. You can tell by examining the walkie-talkie, saying that it's her favorite character. Then, a scene in the game I personally thought was extremely cool. Cassie's obviously fighting, telling her to stop, and she does, and says sorry.
Give me back my eyes! Ah! Let go! Let go! I'm sorry. Error.
Which I thought was insane. Because I was thinking, like, why would she be sorry? Because most of the animatronics that you meet don't really give empathy, except for Glamrock Freddy. And Sun, or should I say Eclipse. Since the Pizzaplex is out of power, Moon stays up forever. And it's up to you to help Sun. After when you help him, he turns friendly, and they turn into a hole, making him Eclipse. And when you leave, Sun says, thank you. It's genuinely kind of sad, because all these animatronics are just destroyed, and they just want help. Well, maybe not Monty, maybe he just wants to eat the shit out of you. Same thing with Chica, I don't know. Oh yeah, and Freddy. Forgot about him. Freddy in this game is different. He's obviously destroyed, but another weird thing is that he attacks you, which is really strange because Freddy never did that in the first game. But if you look closely at him while he's in the rubble, there's a print on his foot, and it says prototype. This is really confusing because in the Princess Quest ending, we can obviously see that Freddy's head gets ripped off and his stomach gets ripped out by the robots. But this is also a prototype. So the question is, where's the original Freddy? Who knows? Maybe he escaped with Gregory. After you take out all the security nodes, you have to do something pretty hard. The last security node to get to the sinkhole is Roxanne. And this is genuinely heartbreaking for the character we're playing as. Roxanne then starts showing love and care, talking about her birthday and that Cassie was the number one twice, and said that maybe next birthday her friends will show up. I'm gonna be real with you, when I first saw this scene, I was pretty bummed out. I mean, Roxanne was already my favorite, but now she's gonna die. And as Cassie and Roxanne are sharing this great moment, Cassie shuts her down. As she's going down the elevator, trying to get back Gregory, obviously crying, you collect a few fast tokens around, and you see Candy Cadet! Oh my god, he's here! That's right, guys, the one and only Candy Cadet. He's in the game. And go down, we try to find Gregory. We do a little bit more mechanical stuff, and we see the little rabbit, but he's stuck. He can't escape. Then we open a hole and see that Gregory was never there. It was the Mimic. Now, I'm gonna be real with you, I don't know who the fuck the Mimic is. So apparently the Mimic is from, like, the books, because there's a book series about FNAF. And, like, it mimics people's voices and, like, gets into suits and stuff. And as cool as that is, definitely, this is where I start to get a little bit pissed off. Because when I'm trying to follow a video game storyline, I don't stop midway to read a book and go, oh, okay, yeah, that's part of the story. Alright, good. Alright, I'll continue playing. Because a video game's meant to be played. It's like playing a video game, getting confused about the story, and then having to watch a movie about it. Like, it's weird. But anyway, I'm gonna stop talking about it. I don't want to get dislike bombed. But yeah, cool concept, cool animatronic. Wish I didn't have to read a book about it. Boom. So after we see that Gregory wasn't here and this was all a trap, something insane happens. Roxy fights off the Mimic and tells Cassie to run. After that, real Gregory calls us and says, oh, that was a trick. Uh-oh, you just got fooled. That was a troll. Now you're gonna have to run. And make sure to follow my instructions. After we follow Gregory's instructions, we go into the elevator, and Gregory explains that the Mimic has been trapped there for a while, and we accidentally set it free. Then, something crazy happens again. Gregory says that he has to keep it trapped down there, basically, and he can't take any chances. So, he destroys the elevator, and we fall down to our death. Well, I'm pretty sure Cassie doesn't die, but, you know. So yeah, pretty confusing and tragic ending. Genuinely didn't like the kind of big twist having Gregory leave Cassie down there. I genuinely thought that was kind of stupid. And I also genuinely believe, well, at least try to believe, that that was just the Mimic talking and not Gregory. Because Gregory would actually be really stupid if he did that. Like, literally, Cassie was taking the only way out of the sinkhole. How could he escape? He isn't in, like, fucking prison. He isn't gonna grab a plastic spoon and start digging through the wall. There's also another ending where the Mimic wears a costume and you run into a different room and he gets destroyed, but I don't really think that's canon. One last thing that really ties it all up into a kinda dirty little bow is that at the end of the credits, you can hear Roxanne say,
Cassie.
basically teasing for, I don't know, a new game, maybe a new DLC, maybe a new novel, maybe a new RPG, maybe a new simulator game. I'm not sure. But to be honest with you, I'm genuinely pretty hyped for what happens next. And I haven't said that in a very long time. Congratulations, you made it to the end! Or maybe you didn't, you just clicked off. Anyway, I'm glad you watched me just talk about this new DLC and stuff. You probably wanted to see me play it, huh? Well, sorry, I couldn't really record it. But, hope you guys enjoyed, and, like I always say, hasta la vista.